Hi lads and lasses, and welcome to this month's edition of A Chuck and a Chat. Right, hi lads and lasses, this is this month's edition of A Chuck and a Chat. I didn't do one last month for the simple reason is I just started the live streams and I wanted to try and concentrate on getting them going and get a bit of interest in them and what have you. One of the channel fans made a comment on one of the videos saying that he likes the live stream but he prefers the old Chuck and a Chat. Well, the old Chuck and a Chat isn't going anywhere. As I explained to him, it was just a little bit of a temporary thing while I got a different project going, and that's going really well. So the live Chuck and a Chat, or the live streams, are going on every Friday and every Sunday, and they're proving really popular. So if you like a little bit of entertainment, good bit of fun and what have you, get on over to the live streams on Fridays and Sundays, and I think you'll really enjoy that. Right, so what we're going to do in this month's Chuck and a Chat is, as I've mentioned on the live streams as we've gone along, I said what I'd do is I would go back to basics, but the reason why I believe the Dynamite Dave stance, address, mechanical throw, all the package works together, and what I want to do is I want to point out the difference between the Dynamite Dave way and the way that players play at the moment. Because don't forget, everything is a progression. We're always moving forward, and it doesn't matter. Over the last 100 years, let's have a look at the motor vehicles. They've gone from something that was like a couple of horsepower that was coughing and farting and driving along to cars now that are so sophisticated, it's unbelievable. They're more like an iPad than they are a car. And that's the next generation, and that's what happens. Things progress as they go along. Darts, because it's been a pub game, has been left way behind, and over the last, I'd say probably decade, has made some massive leaps and bounds. The only thing that's stayed the same is the fact that people just throw whichever way they want. It's rather than, like even in golf now, if you're an amateur player and you go and play golf, you want to get better. So the first thing that you do is you go and start thrashing at the ball and what have you, and you're absolutely useless at it. And then what somebody does is, you might even do this before you actually go and take your first swing at a golf club, is you'll go and find the right way to hold the club. And there is a right way to hold the club. There's only one or two grips that actually work. And like I say, I've played golf in the past, so I know that if you try and hold the golf club with your hands and they're not connected together, your wrists then bend all over the place and the ball just goes everywhere. Basically, you're just thrashing at the ball and hoping that it goes in a straight line. So then what you do is you go and have an hour or something with the pro, and the pro will say, well, you're holding the club wrong, this is how you hold it, this is how you swing, and this is all that I've done, is I've worked out how throwing darts can become easy for everybody, and I believe it's the right way to do it, and I believe it's the way forward. Now what we've got is we've got a load of youngsters. If you go and have a look at the youngster scene, there is a few of them that are throwing very individualistic, but there's a lot of them that are throwing with a mechanical throw which didn't do that before. I don't know whether they've seen the videos. I know that I've got a massive spread, and I'm getting 20,000 views on finger per every 28 days now, 30,000 views. So there's a lot of people watching the videos, and obviously people are actually taking notice of it because of the way that it's growing, and it does actually ring true with people, and it is common sense. So anyway, without further ado, right, so in section 1 today, what we're going to do is go straight over to section 1 without further ado, and section 1 is going to be the first one of the videos, which is the foot position. So we're going to take an in-depth look and hopefully a common sense look at the foot position. Right, so let's go over there and have a look at that right now. Right, so here we are in the first video. This is the first building block. The first building block is what connects you to the floor, which is your feet. So this first little video is the foot position. So here we have the hockey on the floor, and this is how to get the stance right. So what we do first of all is get our feet nice and straight on the hockey, so we've got a good idea of how we're standing. So all we're doing is standing with our feet shoulder width apart. Now shoulder width apart means your feet underneath your armpits, not out here at the edges of your arms. So it's a nice relaxed stand, as if you were stood at the bar or just stood talking to someone. It's as simple as that. Then what we do is we transfer it round. So what we'll do first of all is we'll do it for the right-handers. So how the foot goes is, this is completely square on. As you can see with these shoes, they've got a level on them, which is here. And that is where your foot wants to be. Right, so now as you can see, what I've done is I've put a mark right in the centre of the hockey. And this is a really good thing for you to do in the centre of yours. It doesn't have to be such a big arrow. This is just for demonstration purpose. It can be a tiny sticker if you're using it on the floor. Just something, it can even be somewhere in the grain in the wood of your wooden floor, a mark on your tiles, something like that that gives you a perspective of where the centre of the hockey is, because it's absolutely imperative that you're in the same place every time. As you can see from this little caption, the board never moves, only you do. And it's very important that you get into the same place every time you throw the darts. For the reason being is, if you want to repeat something, which means you've got to repeat something accurately 3 times to get a 180, you need to be stood in the same place. Very important. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll turn the stance from here, which is what we've just done. And what we do is we come to the side and we turn, to start off with, 90 degrees to the hockey. So you've got the hockey line and you're 90 degrees from it. What you want to be doing is putting your foot like this. So this is the big joint of your toe, this is the middle joint of your toe, and the end of your toe's up here. So you want the middle joint of your toe right opposite that arrow, and that should put you with a neutral, what they call thorax neutral body position, so just standing bolt upright. That should put that in the centre line of where you are. So that, you make sure that you've got your feet 90 degrees to the board, you've got your feet planted on the floor, there's no lifting your foot up like this, there's no having your foot over here or over here, there's no lifting it up, because if you can see it even in my feet before we even go to the upper body. As I do that, I've got to lean all my weight on my front foot, and I'm just so unstable. So that's why we have the feet in this position, like this, at the hockey, nice and straight at the board, at 90 degrees to the board, with that toe turned from that position to this position. What that does is it just allows you to put the minimum amount of weight onto your front leg, so basically just enough to lock your hip out, no more than that, and then you will stay absolutely rock solid and absolutely stable. So that is the foot position. Right, so that's the foot position video, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go on to something that's a little bit more light-hearted. So what I've decided to do is have a little bit of another series of things which I can film, hopefully, not every day, but every time I get an opportunity I can do them, and then what I can do is I can put 2 or 3 possibly out at the same time as part of one video. But this one's going to be part of this month's A Chuck and a Chat, and what it is, it's the Gerwin Price darts. What I've done is I've decided to do different sets of darts, and what I'm going to do is I'm starting right from scratch. So basically picking a set of darts up, stone cold, not saying that I've never thrown them before, but like the Gerwin Price ones, you've seen them on the live stream, I've thrown them 2 or 3 times. So what I've done now is I've been using my normal darts. What I decided to do was pick them up and see exactly how long it took me to get my first 180 with them. So let's go and have a look at that and see how long it takes me right now. 180. Right, so wasn't that a cracking little video that? And it shows wherever you are now, if you've only just had your first 180, or you get 1 or 2 180s a session, or you get 5 or 6 180s a session, it just shows you how well the Dynamite Dave throw works. And don't forget, I was just as bad, if not worse, than any of you guys out there, and if I can do it, you can do it. Right, so now what we're going to do is go over into the final section, and the final section is going to be a little bit of a reminder about this month's Donators free giveaway. So let's go over and have a look at that, and then we'll conclude this month's A Chuck and a Chat. Right, here we are over in section 3, and in section 3 what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the Donators free prize giveaway. So everybody who donates goes into the Lid of Luck or the Helmet of Hope, and what we do is we draw out 1, 2 or 3 people who've donated to the channel during the month to be given like a free prize giveaway. All the different ways of donating will be down in the description box, so the links will be down in there. I'll go through them in a second, but the links will be down in the description box. Everybody who donates goes into the actual thing of the giveaway. So the way that it works is you can donate in several different ways. We've got Skrill, which is great for people in the United States, Canada, Australia, America, Canada, etc. It's really good because no matter which currency you donate in, there's no fees. All there is an exchange rate, which is that. So like I say, that's a really good way of doing it. The other ways of donating are, if you go on the live streams, which are on every Friday and every Sunday night. So Friday nights at 7, Sunday nights at 6. If you go on there, if you do a super chat, so on the column on the right hand side where the live chat is, at the bottom you will see a little $sign. If you click on that, it'll take you to another page where you can donate. So it doesn't matter which way you donate, for each and every dollar, pound, etc. that goes in, you will get a slip. So those slips will then go into the Lid of Luck or the Helmet of Hope, and we'll have a free prize draw at the end of every month. So the ways to donate, dead easy. You've got Skrill, which is really good for most places that are outside the UK. And also the really good thing about Skrill is there is no fees. All there is an exchange rate. That's the only fee that there is an exchange rate for you. So that works out really well. The other ways that you can donate are either by direct bank transfer, which a lot of people are doing right from across the world, if that's what you want to do. I'll give you all the details. All you've got to do is get in touch with me at dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com. That's dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com, and I shall send you those details. The next way that you can donate is through Streamlabs. So if you look in the description below, you will see a Streamlabs link. On that, if you click on it, it'll take you to my donation page on Streamlabs. So if you go in there, and you can donate as much or as little as you want. Each and every person who donates, whatever they donate will be reflected in slips that go in the Lid of Luck or the Helmet of Hope. And then at the end of every month, what we'll do, we'll be having a Donators free giveaway. So what's going to be up for grabs this month is, let's have a go through them, shall we? Right, so first of all, we've got the Red Dragons from the Essential Collection. So this is the Essential Collection. Fantastic darts these. I throw these in the live stream on Sunday night, and I've thrown them once before, about 4 or 6 weeks ago. Absolutely fantastic, these darts are really good. Right, next up we've got Raymond van Barnevelds, 80% tungsten. So they're up for it as well, up for grabs. We've got the Daryl Gurneys, so we've got the Daryl Gurney darts there. They're really nice to throw. I've had a couple of 3 sets of these over the months and years, and they've been really good. They're really nice to throw, they are. Next up we've got the Hawaii 501, which are the Wayne Mardle darts. These again are really good to throw, nice and balanced, very similar to the Eric Bristow darts, very similar. So we've got them. Next we've got something a little bit special, which is the MVG Actives. Now these are really good darts to throw. Again, live stream. I think it was last Sunday, not this Sunday, just gone the Sunday before. We were throwing them and they worked out really well. Very, very nice darts to throw them, as usual. We've got some special ones now, so we've got a set of these which apparently are quite hard to get hold of. Whether they are now or not, but when I got hold of these they were quite difficult to get a set of. And those are the Dirk van Duijvenbode darts. And isn't he doing well at the moment? Really, really good player. I think the next set I might get is something like a Devon Peterson set. Also we've got Kim Ibrix. So we've got the Kim Ibrix darts there. So again, they're from Bulls. They are a really, really good dart to throw them. The actual spacing of the thingy, of the cuts in them and everything, make them really controllable. I was very, very impressed with them, if you remember. Now we've got something really special here, and that's our thingy, our world champion at the moment. We've got the Jezza Price, we've got the Gerwyn Price darts there, and they're very special. They're the Lunar Edition. So they're the ones that I've been chucking, not regularly, but I've had a good few goes with these, and they're really, really good darts. You will have noticed, because we've got to this point earlier on in this video, I actually threw these till I got a 180. Took me about 6.5 minutes to get a 180. Well, they're fantastic darts, dead controllable. They've got like a sandblasting, gritty grip in between the normal grip of Gerwyn Price's darts, which makes them more grippy and more controllable. They'd be really great if you've got damp hands then, or maybe even dry hands. Right, and last but not least for the darts is the Mark Websters. So they are courtesy of Game of Throws, so thank you very much. So those are in this month's free prize giveaway. Also what we've got is the Chalky. So that is the Chalky dart scorer, full electronic dart scorer there. Really, really good. These 60 quid a piece they are normally. And last but not least, we have the Mission Samurai 2 dartboard. So we'll be giving one of these away as well. So right, so that's part of the prizes. Right, so how it works: you donate, I produce the slips, I put the slips in the Helmet of Hope or the Lid of Luck, depending on which one gets chosen for the month. So the first gift that I draw out will be choice. So you'll get a choice of whatever you want. If you were drawn out first for the first gift of this month, you will be given a choice of whatever you want. So you can have any one of them sets of darts, you can have the dart scorer, the dart board, or you can have a Dynamite Dave shirt, or you can maybe even have a shirt of your own made by BVD. So BVD will be making the shirts if you want one of your own. If you want one of mine, you can have a red one like this one. You can have the really, really nice blue ones, which you might have seen. You can have the white ones, which are here behind me, so you can have one of them. Right, so don't forget, if you want to donate, it's down here. I think 3 or 4 links down there. You can click on any of them. If you go on the Streamlabs link, you can pay with your card. So you can buy that, or the Super Chats. If you go on the live stream, you can pay via YouTube on the Super Chats. So it's entirely up to yourself. Those are the 2 ways that you can pay with a card. Alternatively, if you look down in the description and there's nothing in there that you believe that you can use or you're comfortable using, just contact me at dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com. That's dj.llewellyn123@outlook.com. Again, there'll be a link down there in the description. So if you contact me there, you can do a direct bank transfer into one of my accounts. So if you want to do that, get in touch with me and I'll send you all the details, and it'll include the IBAN number and everything. So if you're outside the UK, it won't make any difference. You'll still be able to donate from anywhere you are in the world. Right, so what we'll do now is we'll go back downstairs and we'll close this month's Chuck and a Chat off. Right, so let's go over there right now. Right, so lads and lasses, that was this month's Chuck and a Chat. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative along the way. So, thanks for watching, and don't forget, you'll only ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. And always, 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 toe to the hockey!